House Resolution number 245, introduced by Representative Geis, a resolution to declare February 2018 as Black History Month in the state of Michigan.
To speak to the resolution, the chair recognizes Representative Geis and other colleagues.
Excuse me. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today I rise along with our colleagues in the Michigan Legislative Black Caucus to offer House Resolution 245, a resolution to commemorate February 2018 as Black History Month in the state of Michigan. The origins of Black History Month are over a century old, beginning in 1915 after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States. But it wasn't until 61 years later, in 1976, that presidents...
Colleagues, we have a member addressing the body. The chair recognizes Representative Geis.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The origins of Black History Month are over a century old, beginning in 1915, after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States. But it wasn't until 61 years later, in 1976, that presidents started adopting the month of February as Black History Month nationally, as an annual celebration of the achievements of African Americans and our collective roles in U.S. history. We, the members of our African diaspora, and our forefathers and foremothers are interwoven into the fabric of this country, this continent, and this side of the Atlantic. From American beginnings that are steeped in oppression, it is the blood, sweat, and tears of those who came before us that literally and figuratively helped build this country and moved her towards progress, despite the broad periods of struggle in this country's pockmarked history. We are part of, and central to, the march towards progress. But our collective work is yet to be done. Our ranges of experiences are as wide and deep as the visual spectrum of our people, but our collective history is one of resistance, resilience, and strength. When you see the several of us standing here and see other Black Americans prominent in industry, government, education, media, sports, the arts, and, well, everywhere, it's easy to look at these bright points of light and think that everything is okay, but it is not. While we, standing here, and as African Americans collectively, have made many strides in our history in this country, still many others have not reaped the benefits of the progress created by the blood, sweat, and tears of those that came before us. Because of systemic inequalities and oppressive policies such as redlining, the Southern Strategy, underfunding public schools, and mass incarceration, just to name a few from recent history alone, there are generational effects that still serve to hamper many. There is still significant and hard work to be done, not just by us, but by all. Now, it's easy for some to remember Black history for a moment or two during these 28 days, to share an eloquent quote by your favorite abolitionist or civil rights icon on your social media feeds, and a self-congratulatory exercise in things that you're supposed to say and thoughts you're supposed to think. Patting oneself on the back for being enlightened, liking Black people, touting the number of people you know, or friends you think you have, for being not racist or woke. But when it comes to deeds, often it's forgotten the meaning and the history of the words echoed the moment it comes to responding to an article read, a news story seen, beliefs about economic and racial injustices in our society, and in one's interactions, attitudes, and responses to the Black people that you don't know and to some that you do. And in this space, when it comes to crafting policy. There is still significant and hard work to be done both externally and internally. Today, in this world that we're living in, and in this social climate to which we are bearing witness, a world where our existence and full participation in society still threatens some. A social climate when we seek life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, our patriotism is questioned. Black History Month and its necessity and meaning is more important than ever. And it is important that in unity, we commit to honoring and uplifting Black history, not just for 28 days, but for 365 days and every day thereafter, as we raise awareness and understanding of the hardships African Americans have endured and survived, celebrate and appreciate the milestones and progress that Black people have achieved throughout the diaspora, and as we continue an unwavering, unapologetic, and unrelenting pursuit of equality and justice for all. I welcome your co-sponsorship of House Resolution 245, and it is available on the electronics resolution calendar. Thank you.
Thank you, Representatives. The question before the House is the adoption of House Resolution 245. All those in favor of the resolution will say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. The resolution is adopted.